Talk about breakfast.
I didn't eat breakfast.
You didn't eat breakfast, Dubai?
No.
Did you eat breakfast, mate?
I had breakfast in Wembley Stadium today because I went to the, breakfast thing. Yeah, so I actually got breakfast in the stadium. It was a bit rubbish though.
What did they serve as breakfast in Wembley?
It was just pastries and stuff, really. It was
classic.
Henry had the classic breakfast of a Twix. So
I thought you were going to say he had like a Macca's breakfast then.
I've had that. That was the only thing I've eaten apart from the fact Kean was kind enough to bring me back some fries from Five Guys.
Which he managed to keep down.
He did manage to keep his Five Guys down, didn't he?
Oh, wow.
I didn't trust him not to throw
big applause.
He likes throwing things, doesn't he?
Yeah. Damn it.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And I had tin of beans. That's what I had. That's what I had for breakfast.
Yeah. Beans make sense, but
no, I've got no bread at the moment, so I need to go buy some.
You should go buy some bread for
Yeah,
us.
I probably should. Yeah, but the beans were still nice. But I think that's probably
Do you know what colour beans are?
Red.
Reddy orange.
Reddy.
Do you know what's close to orange?
Gold. There we go. Gold Show. Here we are. Welcome to the Blue Podcast Network. This is the Gold Show, episode number 13, the Premier League show, of course. And here with me, I have Henry, Matt, and Ubaid. How are you all doing, guys?
Yeah,
I'm
decent.
alive.
I'm good.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Right. I think there's only one place to really start, and that's at the Etihad Stadium.
Can we just have a minute to laugh? Right.
Henry is loving the Manchester United, Manchester City downfall, as you can tell. I mean, his club's still not doing great.
It is no understatement to say this is the happiest I've ever been in my life.
So sad.
I don't care.
So sad.
I don't care.
Doing well.
Can I just say, it's who beat them this week for me. Can't lose to Tottenham Hotspur 4-0 in any game, no matter who you
Spursy
are.
thing
in your own backyard as well.
City have outspurred.
I hate it because now Tottenham fans are talking and they need to just shut up.
James Maddison did have an incredible game to be
He was
fair.
alright.
What a game.
Back to his best.
He was okay.
Back to his best.
What do you mean he was okay?
Can I say with him, I've always said this about him. He has 3 stages to a season. He starts unplayable, then he's unavailable because he gets injured, and then he's you can't see him. You cannot see him.
Right.
That is a factual
Spurs,
statement.
by the way, are the top scorers in the Premier League so far this year.
They are.
Despite having a quite bad
Madison's their
defence.
best
So they're 6th, but...
Madison's their best goal scorer, or Spurs are the best in the league. Oh, okay, sorry, yeah. They score a lot of goals. The problem is they concede a lot of goals as well.
Not in this game, though.
Not in this
But-
game. It was a 0. Vicario kept a clean sheet with a broken leg.
He did.
Ankle, wasn't it?
I thought it was leg.
Ankle. Yeah, I mean that is a massive loss for Tottenham.
Fraser Forster.
Didn't Postecoglou? You said Postecoglou's just come out and said that they're not going to sign a new goalkeeper, right?
Well, yeah, but I've heard apparently they can't because they already have 4. And when you've got 4, you're not allowed to sign another one because you have a quota, obviously.
But I'm pretty sure you can sell one or just unregister one.
Yeah, but who are they going to... They're not going to unregister Fraser Forster.
No, they're going to unregister or Austin or Whiteman.
But they're their youth keepers. They don't want to lose their youth keepers.
They're
Send
like
him alone.
24.
Give him a loan.
Yeah, I think Whiteman is.
He's like 24.
You need to
25.
make sure.
They're not young anymore.
Not exactly young, but Tottenham actually have the best, the 6th best defence according to XG conceded. So
how are they not doing well then?
This season, compared to last, they have improved a lot defensively. They just still do not keep a massive amount of clean sheets.
Can we talk about keepers just for 1 second? Because I think it is interesting as to which goalkeeper they go for. I know Kean really wants it to be Keylor Navas on a free transfer, which is not a bad shout.
I think that's a decent shout.
I think there is one particular guy who it has to be, who's looking to be a first choice keeper somewhere from a big club. Who's Irish?
Oh, yeah. I knew where it was going straight away. He's going to say Kelleher.
Kelleher surely to Tottenham in January.
Not a chance.
Even if it's a loan.
No.
Loan is the only possibility. He's not going on a transfer there because as soon as Vicario's back, he starts again. Because there is no way that Kelleher would go there on a permanent because he's just going to play for 6 months.
But look at what happened to Ramsdale when Raya came. I think it's still possible for a club to go, this guy was great, but we think this guy could be better.
Kelleher will go to a mid-table club and do really well, I reckon. He won't go to a big 6 club.
At the very least,
he could start for Chelsea, no?
You could do a loan.
He won't.
Well, I've heard Petrovic could actually come back. So
please let that happen. Don't please let that happen. Stick with Steve Sanchez.
I know Keller. I don't know. I don't really think there's. I don't think Kelleher is someone I'd want.
Really?
Long term?
No, I mean,
I think he's
I love it.
I think he's okay.
I like him a lot. I like him a lot.
I'll
I
be
think
honest.
he's good.
He's been better than Alisson this season.
There's only one.
Yeah, because Alisson's been injured.
Yeah,
there's only one keeper I see going to Chelsea, and that's Hermansen in the summer.
No.
Enzo Maresca absolutely loves Mads Hermansen. Mads was brought into the club because of Enzo. What?
It's funny that you just keep being pinched by Chelsea.
If you
You're
get-
Chelsea B. It's quite
Literally,
funny.
he will go to Chelsea for, I reckon, about 50 mil in the summer just because of his age.
Well,
Not
I
50.
mean,
He's on a 5-year contract. Well, when he signed, he's on a 5-year contract. So
If you get
he'll have to
relegated,
wait.
it will not be that.
Maybe like 30.
I think that's mental. But okay, let's say for a fact that it is going to be 50. If he's 50, how much is Kelleher?
About the same.
But Kelleher's on a
You
short
think the same or
contract.
more?
Mads
'Cause
Hermansen's
I'd
starting
rate-
for a Premier League club.
So is Kelleher
I know
right now.
Kelleher's starting at the moment, but that's not
And
because
he's
better
been
than Alisson.
putting in good performances.
solid.
He has.
Been
It's
very
not
solid.
But
like he's been bad.
I don't think value is like depending on how good you are. It's like
No.
your age, your contract.
Yeah.
But
Like your
also-
situation.
I think
Kelleher's
Hermansen's
say
probably
it's
younger.
a very similar situation other than the fact that Kelleher is at a bigger club.
I would say that although as
Liverpool
well,
aren't getting that much for him. Liverpool never even get that much for their players anyway.
Do you not think so?
Except for
Who was the
Coutinho.
last big sale?
Who else have you sold for that much?
Coutinho, last big sale.
Mane?
Mane was 40 million. Fabinho was 40
Oh, that's
million.
Saudi. That doesn't count.
Well, they're both Saudi actually.
Yeah, they
I mean,
don't.
but we
No, it was
we
Bayern.
might not sell players for, let's say, 60, 70
Mane
million.
was from Bayern.
You're right. It was Bayern. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Mane was
Because it was
to
one
Bayern.
season he did nothing and then went to Saudi.
Yeah, no, we don't always get like 60, 70 million pound sales, but we always get a good value for the players. We
Because
rarely let someone go on a free where
Look
you
at the
think.
situation of both goalkeepers. I'd pay more for Kelleher than I would for.
But I think
Hermansen, yeah.
Enzo wants Mads
can I
because
just
he
say,
knows
yeah,
him.
on
Yeah.
Mads, right? If you watch any of our games last season, you will see that at the moment, this might be an outlandish opinion. I don't think it is, but it might be. Mads Hermansen at the moment is probably one of, if not the best goalkeeper in the league at playing the ball with his feet, which is what Enzo loves.
He's one of them.
I
Interesting.
think Edison's probably better.
I think
but-
Kelleher is very good with the ball. It's
And-
fine.
and
He's
I-
good. He is
But
good.
slow-footed.
He's very
Not
competent.
slow-footed.
Yeah.
Mads Hermansen, we'd scouted him for a long time, but Enzo brought him in because he wanted that keeper who could play with the ball at his
Okay.
feet. He wasn't brought in for his shot stopping, which he's also very good at.
Let's
But-
round this up by putting. I've got some guys behind the camera. Let's put this to a vote. Put your right hand up if you'd rather have Kelleher. Your left hand up if you'd rather have Hermansen.
Right, so that's right, left.
You'd rather have Hermansen, but 3 votes for. You rather have Hermansen. So
Yeah.
2 votes for Hermansen, 3
Well, that's the
for
actual
Kelleher.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
Chelsea fan
And
actually
me
wants
I
as
mean,
well.
I want to keep Kelleher, so that we have Kelleher, Mamadashvili, and Alisson,
Lenny
but that's
just
not going to
put his
happen.
hand up. Lenny put his
Oh,
wrong hand up.
Oh, wrong
Hermansen.
hand. Okay, so it's about even then.
It's
Okay.
about even.
I don't think there's
Yeah.
much in it.
No, there's not,
I think
there's not.
I think
Hermansen-
Kelleher has been tested at a higher level.
No, but the thing is as well
Yeah.
with Kelleher, I don't think I just don't think we'd go in for him,
Why not?
especially under this only. How old is he?
He's 20, 25, I think.
Like,
Yeah,
do we
Mads
even
Hermansen's
do we
a lot
even sign
younger.
a player
Isn't
over
it
25?
years? 23, 25.
I feel like
Yeah,
we
Kelleher's 26.
Why don't you let us know down below which one you'd rather have?
Hermansen's
Yes.
24. To be fair,
Exact-
I think he's just turned.
Yeah, exactly.
24
Personally, I would go for Kelleher.
I don't think there's anything
I
in
want
it.
to get back to Tottenham anyway because
Oh,
they were unbelievable in terms of like how clinical they were.
Okay.
Pedro Porro firing, of course. Kulusevski playing on the right wing has had an excellent game. I think this man's playing well wherever he plays at the moment. He seems to have really found his form again. Like when he first came in, he was brilliant under Conte for that like half a season from January, and then since then he sort of dropped off. But it seems like he's finding his way back. But City are just. This is
don't
more
know
than
how it
this
changes.
this is more than a Rodri problem.
I
More
think
than a Rodri problem.
looking at it, I mean, Pep hinted at it. It's
A
just
Wadri problem.
Sorry, a Rodri problem. If I could get my words out.
It's just looking at it. It's an
happens.
energy problem. I think you look at that squad and you watch them play. They just look so low on energy, and I don't see how that changes with the amount of games they've got coming. That's the thing. I don't see how they can recoup that energy because they're all playing internationals.
I
and
agree.
stuff.
What I would say is that you're going to see a lot more transfers. You're going to see some more players being brought in January.
Yeah, 100%.
I think we're going to ditch this stupid 3-2-4-1 Christmas tree formation that they've been playing for the last couple of years. Ditch that shit. Thank fuck for that. Get rid of the inverted wing backs. Bullshit. Play
like
Gvardiol
inverted
as a
wing-backs.
centre back where he is world class. Get an actual left back. Have a long term replacement for Walker. Whether that is Lewis or whether or not it isn't, one of the two. Make a decision there. And then also injuries. They have got Ruben Diaz out injured currently, which is a massive hit.
Yeah.
Once he comes back, they will look a lot stronger. And also Ake, say had to come off the bench. He's probably solid as well. It's him and a Candy.
But then again, this drop off. I mean, as you said, what? So this is
It's not just
in
injuries.
total
No.
with injuries.
It's 5
5.
up after a while.
Yeah,
I think
it's 5 injuries.
I think it's been coming. I think like in the past few seasons, you can see some players just aren't where they were.
No.
It's like a bit like United. They were still winning league titles, but you could see some of those players were sort of dropping off.
That United squad that won the league in
It shouldn't have-
last season, it was our worst squad.
Exactly, and I think
So
now
got out.
City are going to have
Sirlex was
to.
clever. He knew what he was doing. He knew
Yeah.
that he was getting out because the squad was poor.
Yeah.
Pep should have done the
It
same.
might sound stupid, but I just think
Probably.
that. Right, shut up.
Oh.
That was rude.
I just think City's success has caught up with them because they've been so good for so long, and it's unsustainable. Like they can't keep this level of ability and performance because the human body probably cannot handle the level that these players are playing at, the fitness they need. And I think for that reason they literally can't like function anymore because they've had the Euros as well in the summer. They've not had a break for 2 years now.
Also, there's Club World Cup in the summer.
Yeah,
Well,
they're going to run out.
I think
eventually.
there's a separate issue of overplaying players, which I think is an FA, a FIFA, UEFA, all that kind of. They need to sort that out between them. But until then, we have to just assume that is just life and let them handle it.
I also want to highlight the lack of goals from the wingers. None of them have scored a Premier League goal. Well, actually, the only one is Doku. Everyone
That's
else,
shocking.
so this is Grealish,
Savinho-
Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden, Doku, Oscar Bob, Savinho, all have one goal combined.
I mean,
for the league.
Savino's looked really good, to
all
be
I'm
fair.
saying-
He has
He's
been
looked
really
really
good,
good.
but he's not got a goal.
but
There
yeah.
was 2 candidates for Player of the Season last year. 2 English attacking midfielders / wingers.
Yeah.
One of them has maintained his form and looked even better at times, and one of them has flopped. Guess which one was the flop?
What's his
What
name?
have
Philip?
Phil Foden, you've
What
been
have I
waiting.
been
You have
saying
been waiting
for so long.
Yeah, you've
This-
been waiting
Cole
for
Palmer
this.
was robbed.
I'm sorry, I don't-
He's still a quality player.
Don't get
Phil
me
Foden.
wrong,
Like, he still is.
I know Foden's been bad this year, but last year he was unbelievable.
Not as good as Foden, though.
He was so good last
But
year.
not as good as Foden.
He watches
What,
Not as
Foden.
good, not as good as Palmer. sorry.
Foden's not as good as Foden.
Yeah.
He watches.
Cheers, Jeff.
Look, he watches Foden every week, just hoping that something bad's going to happen, just so that he can whinge about it. That's literally all he does. He
No.
watches football so he can find stuff to
Yeah.
whinge about.
But I think also another thing is like the signings last year. Vardy was good. Well, was Vardy last year? Was that year
Vardy was
before?
last year.
Okay, so Doku, Nunez, like a lot of these were,
Nunez
Nunez
is a
didn't
flop.
play.
and they brought in Gundogan who
Back
hasn't.
on a free this
Yeah.
season, yeah.
Like I think the signings haven't been great, and their success was covering up, like Matt said.
I think Gundogan's getting up to speed again now. The last
Slowly.
He
few
was
games.
their best player against Tottenham
Yesterday.
by far.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, but again though, you are missing that volume passer in the middle. Rodri was a DM, but he wasn't a DM. He was more of a metronome. He was that guy who was on the ball more than anyone else. Progressive passes top.
It's a bit like Rice is for Arsenal at the moment.
Yeah,
now.
because City's system works without a DM. The centre backs and the full backs are the DMs.
Caicedo for you would be the because obviously Enzo plays that system. Is he sort of like the metronome, the one in the
Which
middle?
one's
and he
deeper?
controls
Which
it?
one's
Yeah, which
Well,
one plays deeper?
Caicedo.
I think it's
It's a-
probably Caicedo. Yeah, Caicedo.
I say it is Caicedo because
It was
Enzo hasn't even been
Winks for us
starting
last season.
most of the time.
But he did start the other day and he was quite good, wasn't
He was very. I mean, but even then, he was like Enzo was. I know we're talking off top now. He was picking up space in the final third
Yeah.
a lot more
He
than
was.
Enzo.
Well, he got
I
goal and
thought-
assist.
Yeah.
Enzo Fernandez that was probably one of the best performances I've seen from a player all season. Like that I've watched live. Like he was unplayable in
And-
that game.
Yeah,
Right.
he was.
He was lucky with
Yeah.
his goal that it rebounded out to him, but he deserved a goal.
He was in the right place.
Henry.
It's
Yeah.
been reported that it's kind
Yeah.
of Palmer alongside Fernandez in front of Caicedo, so it's more of a 1-2 rather than a 2-1.
Right. Yeah. When are you gonna apologise to Nicolas Jackson?
Never.
Do it.
What do you mean
Uh,
never?
I'll apologise.
This man is
I'll
on
apologise.
7 goals, 3 assists in 12 league
refuse.
games. He is on fire.
He
at
was
the
I
moment.
he's
refuse.
really good.
He
Really
is.
good.
He's a nuisance.
You need to admit he's better than Rasmus Hojlund because he is.
Oh, stop
End of
it.
story.
Whether or not he
End of
is
story,
irrelevant.
he
I
is.
refuse to admit
Why?
that.
You refuse to admit that you're wrong?
Yeah.
This
See,
man
this-
is a
Can
quality
I just say one
striker.
thing, right?
We'll
I
see at the
actually
end of
really
their
like
careers who's better.
Hojlund. I think there's a player there, but I don't get why people keep thinking Hojlund's on Jackson's level.
No, not a chance.
Hojlund hasn't done nothing. Like Jackson is a constant nuisance throughout a game, even if he's not scoring. We lost 5-0, I know, but when he went past Saliba that game, what Hojlund? I don't know.
Yeah,
Seen as- seen as
we
we-
will see one day.
seen
One
as
day
we-
we'll
But right
make.
now,
But right
he's
now, I'm
not-
not saying
it's
anything.
not
Right
close.
now,
I
I have my Fifth Amendment rights. I'm not going to say.
You're going to
anything.
refuse. You're
I
going to
refuse.
refuse.
Seeing
Well,
as
anyway.
we've sort of moved on to it anyway, should
Yes.
we talk
Yeah.
about our game?
Let's do it.
So I'd like to just say, first of all, an apology to any Leicester fans watching for what I said about Wout Faes about a month ago. Saying that he
What
was
an
top 15
assist.
centre-backs in the league because I have cursed him. But ever since then, I hold my hands up and say he's been crap.
Do you know
Top
what?
15
Do you know what?
centre-backs in
I
the
watched
league.
that game and Wout Faes is defending made me feel
Laughable.
sick.
That was
It
a
made
great
me
assist.
feel
laughed.
sick.
For the
Sick
Nicolas,
to my core.
for that first goal that you scored, the Nicolas Jackson goal, I was genuinely, as soon as the ball came over, I was laughing, thinking, "There's no way he clears this. There's no way he clears this. Yep, he's not cleared it. Goal." Yeah.
He had
As
3
soon as it came over,
opportunities.
I was watching it, and like my dad next to me was just shouting, "Kick it off! Kick it off!" Like literally, all he had to do was kick it away. Anyway, up over his head, to the side, off the pitch for a corner, anything. Just don't keep the ball to your feet there.
It's modern football where you want to build up from the back, and so you want to be able to pass it round.
But I agree, but at the same time, the ball was coming over the top. Just get
I'm not
it.
saying
It
I'm
was-
not saying it's the
you
right
have
thing
to
to
be
do. I'm
smart
just saying
about
that
when you
that
get the
is
player.
Especially when you
modern
know you're
football.
up against a player like Jackson who's physical and he's gonna get against you and he's gonna make things hard for you. Get it away.
Yeah, of
You
course.
wouldn't do it against Haaland. Why do it against Jackson who's having a really good season?
Exactly.
And I'd also like to get annoyed at Noni Madueke for stealing my fantasy points because
Oh god.
I can be annoyed about it now.
You know what? It's not as I don't think it's as bad as it looks. Because I think I can't remember who said this, but like Palmer's. I don't blame him too much for it.
No,
But I do
think
think-
get out of the way.
Yeah, but
But still, Palmer should have had a goal.
Yeah,
he should have. He should have.
Which ruined my fantasy points.
Same.
Thanks for that.
I
I
We'll
triple
talk about
captained
that
him.
later.
I don't know if,
Triple captain.
Oh,
You idiot.
I
You
don't-
idiot.
But you triple captain.
I don't know what I'm doing. So I saw
Clearly.
triple.
That is
Clearly.
weird.
I
Can
said-
I just say?
I saw triple captain. I said, "Cool,
We'll
sounds
we'll
good."
come on to
If
fantasy.
you were going to triple captain him for any game, with the injuries we have and the way we're looking, I would have triple captained him. In this game.
There is one clear team that you would captain him against, and that's Southampton.
Well,
Come on,
yeah,
let's be
but-
right.
yeah.
I
Let's be
think
real.
I think we were a lot poorer than we looked. Like the game ended 2-1. We were worse than we did, and yes, indeed he should have been off the pitch as well.
Clearly,
I've watched the penalty back
Yes.
that I was appealing for
not a penalty.
on Mavididi. It would have been very soft if it got given. I'll be honest. It would have been very soft. I think there's a case for it, and as I said live watching it, if the referee had given it on the pitch, I think VAR would have agreed, but because he didn't give it on the pitch, VAR didn't agree.
Right.
It's one of those ones, I think, where they sort of just, go with the ref.
Yeah.
But indeed, he should have been on
Should
the
have been
pitch.
down to 10 men.
There is no
100%.
argument about it.
100%.
I saw it live and instantly said red card.
Yeah.
But there has been
Awful.
repercussions for that game.
There has been
Yes.
very positive repercussions.
Yeah.
Steve Cooper is gone, out of a job. I'm shocked. I am shocked. I'm happy about it, but I'm shocked because
Yeah.
why sack him now? If he was going to get sacked after this game anyway, why not do it when we've lost 3-0 to United and have 2 weeks of an international break
Yeah, it makes
to
no
sort
sense.
it all out? Because they clearly didn't have anyone lined up, or we'd have hired them by now and announced it. So it's not like they've just sacked him for no reason. It's not like they've sacked him for a reason, to get someone else in.
They pressed the panic button, really. They've gone. They've had enough.
I don't know if it's that. I mean, the reports I've seen are that Top, our owner, said that he never really wanted to appoint him,
Right.
and that
Well, that's
he,
just.
he, was,
yeah.
he wasn't gonna, he was against it.
I'm not surprised.
And yeah, Cooper's only won at 4 Premier League grounds. So our ground, obviously Forest's ground, Southampton twice, and Stamford Bridge once.
Hey.
So you're one
Wow.
of 4 grounds he's won at.
When was that?
I don't know. It must have been with Forest. 'cause
Was
it
that
wasn't with
the
us.
1-0 last year?
Would have been, yeah.
Oh,
but this is the
gosh.
thing, like, he's not a Premier League manager. I'm sorry,
No,
he's
no.
not a Premier League manager. And I think we're looking at Ruud van Nistelrooy now. I think
That would be
he's a much better manager.
fantastic appointment.
I think
think Coventry. I just want to point it out. I know this isn't an EFL show, but we'll come on to it. I think Coventry are idiots. They could have had Van Nistelrooy, and instead they went for Lampard.
no, they,
What a
I
manager.
think he never wanted
What
to
a
go
manager.
No, he specifically applied for the Coventry job, and they reject him for Lampard. I think that's a stupid decision.
But
Van Nistelrooy is
there. All
a better
all I
manager.
say is,
Yeah.
Have the green show.
I'm
It
getting
remi-
to
it
it.
remi- it
Let me do my
reminds-
work. Shush.
it reminds me of when we appointed Enzo last year. It was a big risk. It could have gone wrong, and it didn't. And I think it will be similar with Van Nistelrooy. It's a risk. It's because he's not got experience, but it could work really well because he looks like a good manager, and I
You've
think
got-
it probably
well,
will.
You've got to take risks. I mean, looking at when we appointed Arne Slot this summer, no one thought that we were going to be top of the league.
Oh, no, no
eight
chance.
8 points clear at this stage. Everyone thought, loads of people thought we would finish like 7th, 8th down the table. So the turnaround, you've got to take risks.
I
You
do
don't take
want to
risks.
ask, though, non-biased opinions. What did you all think of the sacking?
It was coming.
Yeah,
It was coming, but I'm surprised it's this early.
You've said
Or-
the fixture list.
I thought it would have been 2 weeks ago. 'Cause
Well, yeah, it's
Yeah.
a dumb time to do it, but you should have done it by now
It's
anyway.
not about performance. It's not about results apparently, because obviously our results have been alright. It's about performances, because the board were apparently monitoring it for a while, looking at it, thinking if the performances don't pick up, we're going to stop riding our luck soon, and we won't win a single point this
It's
season.
incredibly negative football, and I think you
Yeah.
just got to focus on
Such
cracking on.
boring football.
Lily, our producer's been saying about this because she's a Leicester fan as well. She's been saying about this for a long time, and I've kind of I know it affects my bias because it goes, yeah, no, she's right, isn't she? Yeah, she does need to get sacked, but I think you either have to win or you have to have good football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
You
he's
can't
not
have neither
really
of those
doing
things. Exactly. So
Yeah.
get someone in with Van Nistelrooy will play positive attacking football.
And
for
that's
you.
what
really
fans want.
You'll really enjoy having him.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully that means indeed he's no longer an attacking midfielder because that just bugs
Yeah,
my brain.
I seriously, I've never understood that experiment. It started under Enzo. It worked under him, but in the Championship,
Exactly.
in the
yeah.
Premier League, Ndidi as an attacking midfielder was never going to work.
Guess
He's a
what?
DM.
The best team to ever get relegated to the Championship crushed it, even if they're playing a DM
Yeah,
and
I mean,
attacking midfield. Like it doesn't really.
Although you say that Leeds had a very similar squad to us, and could they come up? I don't see
Oh,
them in the
but
Prem.
Leeds are falling apart again.
Yeah,
so
Leeds
there
are
you go.
falling apart again.
Yeah.
Well,
My favourite song. One of them.
I just want to quickly talk
Okay.
on Enzo because this is probably the best form he's had.
Manager
his
or
first-
player.
Enzo Fernandez.
Okay, cool.
He was incredible.
Since he joined Chelsea, I mean, I saw something was like he left his partner and his form's picked up. So make of that what you
Wait,
will.
divorce or she's just gone back to.
Well, I don't know if they were married.
Oh,
I don't think they were
I remember
married.
reading something
Well, they
about
broke up.
it was
But he
something
has
like
kids
that,
with him.
something like that.
So
But anyway, yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Enzo Fernandez.
he's,
got
he's-
the message.
he's a free animal now. He's around. He's on the town. He's loving life. There you go.
Right.
Sorted.
well,
From one manager being sacked now to a new manager, Ruben
Oh, yeah.
Amorim,
Yes.
getting a 1-1 draw at Ipswich Town in his first game.
What a point for him. What a point for him.
what a point.
Welcome to Manchester.
I am not going to come at this from a negative angle because there's plenty of people that are going to do that. Dropping points. If you look at it at the face value, dropping it to points to Ipswich, poor. You shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
But I think there were some standout highlights. I think there's a lot to be encouraged by, and I also think it's very clear where the issues are.
Right.
Yeah, I think it starts at goalkeeper and it works its way through the squad.
Go on,
So,
all
up to
the
the
way.
striker.
I will stand by the fact that the best goalkeeper in this league this season has been Andre Onana.
No,
Top right.
and no.
Top
No.
Ah, to be fair, I don't think that's an outrageous
It's not
shout.
outrageous, but he's not been the best.
top for
I
clean
think he's been
sheets,
good. I think
top
he's
for
been
saves,
good. He's
mate.
been good.
He's not been better
he's
than
been our best player
Sells.
by a bit, and I just think
Your
he's.
defence is
I
quite
can't
good.
think of a goalkeeper who's to take a team whose defence has been this poor and be the top for clean sheets is a very difficult
I think
thing
he'd
to do.
definitely be in my top 4.
You don't
Yeah, top four, yeah,
whilst
but
your
not-
defence
not
isn't great,
first.
You don't concede many shots though.
I think we conceded plenty of shots this season.
Not,
Last
not-
season less so.
not
This
Last,
season
no,
was-
last season was you lot were conceding 20 shots
Well, yeah,
every game.
obviously.
That's
yeah.
'cause-
But he conceded.
It was
a lot.
But yeah,
horrendous.
we'll move on because again, you're not going to agree with me, and I'm not going to concede, so we'll just move on.
No,
Um,
yeah, but
We'll move into the
any
defence.
positives? Just
Yeah, no,
what
no,
would you
no.
say?
I'm going to go through the team. So
Okay,
defence, I thought Mazraoui was elite again.
he's been
The
excellent.
man
Yeah.
he's just a perfect little squad player who can play anywhere and is going to put in 100% every time. 12 million. It's not bargain of the season because we're not playing well. But what I would say is it's our bargain for the season, and it is one of the bargains of the season.
It's one of your best transfers you made
12
over the last
million
few
It is
years.
really good signing.
Really good signing. It's clear Johnny Evans is beyond it. We've known it for a long time.
He was beyond it when he left us.
We need to. He's had some good performances for us, and I respect him. And I think he should kind of become a coach in our system somewhere. But I think let's go out and recruit some centre backs because to play a back three, we're going to need a lot more anyway. So
Yeah.
let's not let Willy Kwambala go. Why did we do that? That was dumb.
Yeah.
Once we get Martinez back from injury, Delict is fully fit, and once we get Yoro back as well, I think that defence is going to look a lot better. I like the system. I think we have the players there to play it, although I don't think we have enough. I think the starting back three, we have the players to play it. In the midfield, Christian Eriksen hasn't got the legs. Casemiro hasn't got the legs. Why we didn't start Ugarte, I don't know. Maybe it's just fitness. I'm hoping that the starter going forward is Ugarte and then Mainu, or you go and recruit somebody and Mainu becomes the backup.
Yeah, I think he wants a progressive passer. I think that's why
I think
he's
maybe
put
he's-
Ericsson in the team. He wants someone to bring the ball forward. Whilst I don't know necessarily
I think
Well,
Mainu can do that.
potentially.
But again, he isn't fit either. He's had he's been injured,
think
so I
Mainu-
wonder if that is again a fitness
Yeah, I
thing.
think
Rest
if you-
Ugarte, rest Mainu.
You've got like 3-4 midfielders who are quite similar,
Mm.
and then you've got Ericsson. You sort of need someone else
Can I
who's
just
a
We need a
little
replacement.
bit.
He was
basically.
not
Yeah.
the best player on the pitch. Amari Hutchinson, what a goal.
Yeah,
Who
brilliant
would you
finish.
say is the best player on the pitch?
No, but
Who do we?
I'm making that.
Right, hang on.
Like,
I agree.
To bring him in because what a goal.
No, I do agree. I want to come on
He
to it in
wasn't
just
the
a
best on the
second.
pitch, probably.
I want to come on to it in a second because I do agree. And again, I have a soft spot for issues. I want to talk about them as well. But if you just said it's not him, it's Amari Hutchinson. Who are people saying he's the best player?
I thought Amad Diallo was excellent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
again.
he was really good.
Because I thought we were talking about Ericsson, then you said about Amari Hutchinson. But it's like Ericsson was poor today. He was nowhere near
Amari
our best player.
Hutchinson's goal though. That was
unbelievable
probably
finish.
goal of.
Don't
the
give him
week
that
at
much
least.
space. Why would you let a kind of accomplished long range shooter have that much space in the edge of the box? Some of the goals he has. Did you watch Ipswich last season? No, you didn't. So shut the fuck up. He scored so many goals from outside the box. That whipped. It's the same thing Foden does. That
All
kind
of
of
them
whipped.
deflected though.
You don't rate Foden though, do you?
Shut the fuck up. All those kind of balls from the kind of edge of the box on the right hand side. Kind of De Bruyne used to do. Now Foden does it as well. That is very. They create very attractive looking
Yeah,
goals.
I do also want to
good.
say that despite Marcus Rashford scoring the goal,
He was awful.
Dara O'Shea had him in his back pocket.
Yeah.
Won
Obvious.
every
But he scored.
won every single ground and aerial duel.
It doesn't matter.
It does.
It doesn't matter.
It does.
If someone scores against you,
1 10
therefore you haven't kept them in the pocket.
He was
But he
one
won
of the.
10 out of 10 duels.
So it doesn't matter.
He was
10 out of 10.
If
So
you,
you saying
The one time he let him go, he ended up scoring. Apart
If
from
I
that,
score-
exactly.
he was
Well, that's one
flawless.
time.
If
But
I-
that's the
10
point.
out of 11 times.
It doesn't matter though. That's what I'm saying. If you let someone past you and they
So
score,
do you think
haven't
you-
kept them in your back pocket. Have
Do
you?
you think he played well?
You had a good. I think Dara O'Shea played well. And I thought Rashford
No.
had moments where he could have been better.
Right.
I'm not saying not, but you can't give like an overarching statement that he pocketed Rashford
think at the
if Rashford scores.
Wait.
Pretty much
I'm
did,
sorry,
though.
but-
Did
Because
Rashford play
he was
well?
on the other side.
On
you think-
your argument, if I was to score a penalty every single game for a club, 38 goals in the season, and I did absolutely nothing all game, like I literally just stood on the halfway line, not moving, am I a good player or not? I scored a goal every game.
But Rashford did not score. Shut the fuck up, you little bitch. All three of you butt out.
For context,
delusional.
I know what I'm talking
Jamie are
about. You
behind
guys are
the
ignoring my
screen.
logic. Let me explain. A penalty is a very different situation, depending on how the penalty was won.
Still a goal.
But what I'm saying is, if you win the penalty, then you have got the beating of your opponent. If you just score the penalty, that doesn't count. But if you have beaten the opponent and then scored from open play, therefore you haven't been kept in the back pocket.
Okay.
You can still have a poor game.
Let me
You can still have a poor
rephrase it then. Past the second minute.
Yeah.
Past the second minute.
He's stumped
Past
now.
the second minute,
okay, if
he
you
was in
could
his
say-
back pocket.
You can rephrase it like that. And I can't really
Yeah.
argue.
Okay. Cool.
I mean,
But-
I know,
But what I'm saying, you can't look at the game from the second minute.
Yeah,
It's that
yeah.
whole game.
Did
Yeah,
Rashford
I know,
play
I
well?
know.
Did he play well?
no.
no.
Ipswich
well
had
for
For 2 minutes, exactly like I said.
No, I think it's fine. I don't know. I'd like to see him play on the left attacking mid slot, so because
Right.
that's where he can kind of the balls into the channel were there to be played, and he wasn't there because he was playing up front. I'd like to see Rasmus Hojlund start from the striker position.
Yeah.
But Rashford, I'm trying to back him because he's my favourite player and he's my boy, but he needs to step out.
I want to
But
ask.
the biggest issue from this game was the fullback positions.
Yeah.
Ahmad was great because
Yeah.
he got that good assist, but I want him in the 10 spot.
Well, yeah.
I agree,
He's
I agree.
He's out of position. but he still did really well.
Dallo has been playing his inverted role for so long that he doesn't know how to attack the wide spaces anymore. You need to recruit in that area, so we have two wide players who are the dominant foot of that side and can run to the byline. Anthony, come on as a fullback. Yes, left-sided because you're left-footed.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't be playing people on your wrong foot on the right hand, the left foot on the right hand side, right foot on the left hand side. We want players who are dominant on them, who can run at the byline and try and get balls into the box.
Do you know how you could have summed it up quicker? Manchester is not blue or red. It's just shite at the moment. should we talk about somewhere that's not shite now?
Yeah, let's talk about Liverpool.
Let's not.
Let's come on. We got
Let's
to talk. We got
It's
to talk
your
about.
year, isn't it?
We got to talk about the league leaders.
I thought it was a great quality
It was
match.
a
So fun to
game of
watch.
football that almost made me pull half my hair out, but we got there in the end. Jamie saw how angry, frustrated I was when we went 2-1 down. So
That was nearly the biggest balls up in Premier League history. To do
Well,
it to Southampton as well.
honestly,
The worst team
biggest
in
ever.
the worst team in the league by a long shot.
they shot themselves in the foot 3 times. Simple as
Yeah.
that. They,
Oh, yeah.
they did themselves in on 3 separate occasions. Defensively, just. Yeah. They keep on trying to play out from the back all the time. Every single time. It feels like Russell Martin is prioritising his own managerial future rather than prioritising the Premier League status of Southampton.
What we're learning
He's-
about him is that you shouldn't let him walkie dog because he can't hold a lead. How many is that now? That's 3 or 4 times now that they've bottled a 2-goal lead.
Doing quips is my thing. Back off.
Yeah, but yours aren't very good.
Yeah. At least people laugh at mine.
People laugh at mine. Shut the fuck up.
You can't include yourself,
He
mate.
plays a back 5, right? But 2 of the back 5, one's a midfielder, one's a winger.
Yeah.
2 centre backs and a full back. It's a back 5, but is it really?
It was makeshift.
A striker at left wing. So realistically, that's a 4-4-2.
I do want to get
with the centre mid and centre back.
I do want to talk about some of the officiating. In that game
I thought we should talk about
because
that.
Let's let him talk.
how does anyone here think that was a penalty for Southampton?
No. Well.
Everybody off camera.
I think.
Sadly, no.
I think the thing is, the contact that happened for the penalty was in the box, but the foot was.
I don't even think it was.
The contact happened in the box. The foot was not in the box. That's where there's sort of this grey area
which
in the
foot?
officiating. His foot that didn't say he had his planted foot was outside the box, but the leg that was made contact with was inside the box.
Well, then surely it's a penalty, right?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's a grey area.
I disagree. I don't think it was in the box.
I saw an image. It looked
I think
like
it
it
wasn't
was
the box at all.
slightly.
But, yeah, what about-
Robertson's on that when he makes that challenge. He's outside the box.
But what about the
So-
second one?
Right.
they should
Let
have?
me preface this with saying that I didn't watch the game.
Well, you can't
But
talk about it then.
I can. Shut the fuck up. From your description, if the contact happens inside the box,
it just
surely it's a penalty.
But it wasn't.
I think
It wasn't inside the box.
What about
Robertson
the-
is
what about-
outside the box.
What about the second one they should have had though?
Right,
for the
but-
shirt pull.
What for?
When Kelleher absolutely clattered Armstrong.
See, the reason they did not give that in the end was because apparently Armstrong was grabbing onto Bradley. So that
So
was
it
the
went back
reason
to a
why.
previous foul, basically.
Yeah,
So it would have been a penalty
I
had it not
don't
gone
know.
back.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that. I think Bradley was putting his shirt first.
I agree with him on the second one. Yeah, if it's
But-
already a foul that needs to be
I
I
think Bradley pulled his shirt first.
The amount of times that I've gone ahead and watched the first one, I can't believe it's given.
What
No,
about
but the first one.
I can't believe it's given. Honestly.
No, but again, I need to watch the video. You might be. telling
I
me
think
fibs,
it was
but
inside the box. I think it was inside the box.
I'm
Just
gonna
about.
say
If
that.
contact on the leg, if one leg clatters into another leg and that leg is inside the box, then it's a clear penalty. If the leg was outside the box,
I think that's outside.
or on the, how does it work on the line as well? Because obviously
It's complicated, but my next question to you, because we're not going to agree on this all day.
Okay.
Should Adam Lallana have stayed on the pitch,
No.
in your opinion? I don't think he should have done.
No,
it's
simple
probably
as that.
best he
He
gets
should-
off the
he should have
pitch.
been-
I mean, he was off the pitch.
It's-
10
He
minutes
should
later
have been
anyway.
sent off.
I think he
Yeah.
probably injured himself doing the
Yeah,
tackle though,
yeah.
because he went off.
So
like,
they
10 minutes
should have been
after.
down to 10 men. So you could tell how many officiating decisions.
Yeah.
Here come the Liverpool fans
Yeah,
again,
It's probably
talking about
best
refs.
that Amala gets off.
Talking about-
Always
this is the
talking about
first
the
time
refs.
I've been
Here
to
we
the
go.
refs all season.
The refs had a
I
really
I
poor game.
agree, but
It's
Come on, mate.
probably best that Amala gets off the pitch and then doesn't get on another pitch ever again. It's probably best.
He's
he
so
scores some
bad.
quits there.
Yeah.
He's long past his prime. He has a good few years for you, but
Yeah.
that's time
Yeah.
to go.
Well-
But yeah, it's you agree on refs, right? Surely, because it's one of these things where it's too many poor decisions or scandals,
yeah,
or
I mean-
they're too a ref shouldn't be big in the media. It shouldn't be spoken about. A ref should be quiet,
In the
calm,
background.
respected in the background. And the refs these days just seem to be too media drawn, too
They love
wanting to
being
make a
centre of
splash,
attention,
being centre of
sometimes.
attention. And this is why I say, get rid of all of them in the Prem and bring up the Championship. You need new blood.
Can I just
Some of these
ask?
refs need to go.
Have you ever reffed a game before?
No, I have not.
You don't appreciate how hard it is till you've done it. I reffed my first game in April, I think. It is so hard. Like
It's
you
difficult.
can't appreciate how hard it is to referee a game and get every decision right, because I saw a foul right in the middle of the pitch. Someone completely clattered into someone's leg. I was going to give a yellow card. I blow the whistle for the foul. The whole of the opposing team, they come at you and they start shouting at you, why have you given a foul for
Okay.
that? Why have you given a foul? Any foul, you've got 22 players on the pitch who are upset with you, no matter what the decision
I
is.
agree.
agree. No, Matt, I agree. But the thing is, the Prem refs, some of them are so bad. You don't see it in any other leagues. And also, like Anthony Taylor got relegated, then made a mistake and gets
Get
promoted.
promoted back up again.
Like it's not referees.
Well, it is to
Well,
a point.
it's
But,
not all
but
referees.
also, you're right. It is biased from the refereeing authority to
And
say,
they're mates with
"Hey,
each
you just
other."
Go back up again.
They're all mates.
Yeah, so all in all, a lot of bad decisions in that game. I do want to talk about
Sake.
Dominic Soboslai's performance.
What a goal.
Scored a goal, and I wanted to see more goals from him because defensively he's brilliant all the time. Anyway, he made the most tackles in the game. Just runs around the pitch constantly. brilliant performance. And then, of course, Mohamed Salah steps up and gets 2 again.
I mean, that finish just shows
I was nearly
class.
the first goal, yeah.
Like,
because I captained him, and what was it, 70th minute? He's like, he scored none. It's like,
yeah.
I know
And then he
McCarthy's
scored 2.
come out too far for that goal, but still, the composure and the like, just the creativity to think the keeper's come out too far. I'm going to hit it outside of the boot first time. Like, who would think to do that? Most players are going to take that ball on. They're going to try and go around the keeper and pass it off. But he's like, no.
Yeah, it's the fact he did it first time. Yeah, it was incredible. And then he steps up and takes the penalty, smashes it in. And it's now 10 goals, 6 assists, 12 league matches. He's on fire.
Yeah, he
needs a contract. That's what he needs.
Well, did you see this? I thought we.
Yeah, we're going to talk. We're going to talk about the
after
comments. We are going to talk about the comments. I saw Jamie Carragher call him selfish.
I disagree.
I think that's ridiculous.
I disagree.
Justified.
I think Salah wants a contract.
Give it to him.
Exactly.
How is it selfish to want a contract?
It's not difficult at this point in
He
time.
didn't say a pay rise. No one said
Exactly.
that.
He said
no one said he wants a pay rise. He just said he wants.
He wants a contract to stay and
Oh,
help
if he-
Liverpool.
If he wants a pay rise, arguably.
Well, yeah, but
does he deserve it? Of course
yes.
he does.
If someone says, "Oh, I want a pay rise," then that's something to say, "Oh, you could be being selfish there." If you're just saying, "I want to stay at the club," that's not selfish. That's passion. That's love.
His
of the
contract
club.
up. He
So-
wants to stay at
Exactly.
Liverpool where he's
And that's what
helping
he's
them.
saying.
And if he leaves, they're done.
He's one of the best players in Liverpool history. Simple as that. He's a top quality football player.
Liverpool, the only team in '92 away from home.
Yeah, to not lose.
Unbeaten.
Yeah. So we've
Say
stayed
that
unbeaten.
next time.
We stayed unbeaten away from home.
For 92 games.
No, not for 92 games. In the top 4
In
divisions.
the 92 English
So, like-
teams in
like-
the Football League.
Mate, just say the Football League. That makes
Right,
no
right.
sense
No,
to me.
you should have got
Yeah,
that. to be
moving on from Henry. I think I genuinely think that
You know, I did the
Salah-
schedule right. I can take you off everything.
Salah would probably. I won't edit your videos then.
Fine, cool. Let's go.
Mutual agreement.
Salah would probably.
Let's work with you. Off you go.
Salah would probably take a pay cut to stay at the club. Not
Oh,
a big one,
I think
but I
he
think
would,
he'd take
yeah.
a slight one to stay at the club.
Well, I just
he loves
think-
the club.
I just
He
think
shouldn't.
I just think he should get a contract and just retire at the club regardless. He's a club legend. He should have a statue outside the stadium once he retires. That's how
Yeah.
important of a player he is. He's our top goal scorer in Premier League history. You know, he's an.
Is he now?
Yeah, he is.
Who's second? Would
I
you be?
wanna
Mark
say
Owen,
Stephen-
surely.
No, it might be Mark.
Well,
I want to
actually,
say
no, not for you, not for
Steven
you.
Gerrard
Oh, yeah,
for
Gerrard.
Liverpool.
Gerrard
I think it might be Gerrard.
He's
for
one
Liverpool.
more. He's one more Prems than Gerrard. I don't know. I feel like it's
That's
still
not hard.
too early to say statue though. That's what I'm
No,
thinking.
Let's have one
like,
more.
Genuinely, this man is an incredible player. He steps
Obvious.
up
Oh,
time
of course,
and time
course.
again. I saw a statistic today. If Mohamed Salah wasn't playing for Liverpool, without his goals, would be 13th in the league.
How does it feel?
I do agree, but I'm just thinking like statue-wise, you have to be club legend, won multiple trophies, and then also be retired for a number of years before people say, "Oh, you need a statue."
Well, I think
No, you get
well,
one.
You
get one
couldn't
after
say
your
that about
time.
any of our
Well,
recent
no,
legends
no,
or
but no,
cities
no,
recent.
I know, but
People aren't talking about De Bruyne that way, even
I
though he
still
probably
think
should
now.
be.
Let's say if he retired tomorrow,
He's a club
I'd
legend.
give him a statue. I
Yeah.
think that's how important of a player he's been.
The
for
fact
us.
Jamie Vardy doesn't already have one for us, some of our fans complain about. Like literally, some of our fans say, "Why is Jamie Vardy not already?"
Yeah,
got
but
one?"
there's
retired yet. Yeah.
different context, and also it's been a long time since that event. With Salah, it's still
What event?
going since you won the Prem.
No, it's not just
the
because
event.
of that.
The
Just-
event.
No, just him in general. Because
Yeah.
otherwise, you
Okay.
don't want the whole team
Hang
to
on.
win the league.
Let me say it this way then. What if you played that one season, won the Premier League, and you never played the Premier League again? Jamie Vardy never played another Premier League minute. Would he deserve a statue then, just off one season?
No, you don't.
No.
You don't get a statue for
But it's
playing one
yeah,
season well.
Exactly. It's
Despite
over-
that
it's
being
over a
the
prolonged
own.
period.
If
by,
that didn't
by that logic, Haaland should have a statue for Man City.
Okay.
Seriously.
What if you played every season that he's played in the Premier League apart from that one? Would he have
Yeah.
a statue?
Yeah, he probably still does.
He,
yeah.
think?
he didn't even get. He didn't even get the Golden Boot that season. He got it in a different season.
Yeah, and he won an FA Cup.
And
You
and
know,
won the
he's
FA
done
Cup for us for
he's
the
done a lot
first
for that
time.
football club. Like Salah's done a lot for
Yeah,
Liverpool.
Salah's-
Champions
No,
League,
I
Premier
do.
League,
I don't
FA
disagree
Cup,
with you.
2
I just.
Carabao Cups.
I feel like it's still too soon for a statue to be a club legend. Yeah, obviously, but to have a statue.
He's probably in our like top 6, top 7 all time players. He is up there.
Arguably.
Where does he
I
rank?
know.
You're the
Is he
Liverpool
fo-
fans.
is
You
he
know
top
more
three?
than me, but again, I just think it's a bit too early.
I don't really know because obviously I never necessarily watched the 80s players. Obviously, as I wasn't born.
I don't blame you.
But you're like, you know, they were all pretty impressive. They won multiple
You lot
Champions
are
Leagues.
too young. Fucking hell.
There was another game in the
80s.
Conference, there wasn't there? The Arsenal v Forest game.
There was
which we should
Arsenal
touch
versus
on.
Forest.
What?
Yeah,
3-0 win for Arsenal.
Big
What?
big
You were
result.
born 20 years after, mate.
So 21 actually. You're right.
Arsenal get back to winning ways. They needed that
Yeah.
desperately against the Forest side, who have caused a lot of teams problems this season. I think Saka with a goal and an assist was pretty impressive. He's been exceptional this season, again. Also, like Martin Odegaard back.
He
scoring.
was so influential in that game. Like he controlled that game.
Yeah, it's been incredible.
He's incredible. So good.
He's had an exceptional return anyway, and
He
in
is
Europe
starting
they won 5-1. Was it last night? This comes out on the Friday, I believe. So that would have been 3 days ago. But yeah, they won in the Champions League as well against Sporting.
Nwaneri scored his first Premier League goal.
Got his first Premier League goal.
17 years old.
17 years old,
Yeah,
and scoring in the
it's
Premier League.
ridiculous.
He's old. He's younger than all of us.
Yeah,
like it's incredible.
Yeah, no, he's an exceptional talent, and he should have got more minutes in my opinion when Odegaard was out. I was baffled to see why they didn't just give him a start in the Premier League and give him a chance.
He's starting to have that. Rodri has. Without him, City fall apart. Odegaard's starting to have that impact on.
Yeah, it does seem that way.
I'd argue already.
Yeah, because maybe not
The
necessarily.
fact that Rice has gone as well.
But I think with him in the team, they look 10 times better than without him, and I think that's a key difference. So that could potentially help them push up the table. Currently sat in 4th, Chelsea above them on goal difference. Yeah. But that's nice to see.
Long, probably.
That's nice.
You know that meme from what's that show with?
Yeah, that's a great show.
Shut up.
I love that one.
What David Walliams and what's his face?
There's a lot of David Walliams movies.
The show with the little guy.
Matt Lucas.
Yeah. What's it called?
You talking about Come Fly With Me?
No, the other one.
Little Britain.
Little Britain. You know the Little Britain clip where it's like, how'd you get up there? I fell.
Oh yeah, right.
No, I think Chelsea have been really good this season.
Yeah, we have.
And also, the fact you're saying that as a Manchester United fan, I think is quite ironic.
Oh yeah,
true.
that's
Like
right
Ari
at the
said.
moment.
No, I'm saying anyway,
You're
just-
12, mate.
Not for long. Not for long, motherfucker.
No.
We're coming. We're coming for you.
I just want to quickly round off the other games.
Yeah.
Bournemouth losing at home to Brighton. Brighton have been incredible, 5th in the table, same
Back
amount
to
of
best.
points as Arsenal and
I said they get
Chelsea.
relegated. I'm regretting that.
Awful.
You're so crazy.
The drop off just didn't happen. I was
Aston
like,
Villa dropped points at home to Crystal Palace. So
Can I just say, Aston Villa's defence looks so bad.
Yeah,
Their
don't
centre
keep
backs.
clean sheets, do they?
Their centre backs are so
have they
bad.
had injuries this season?
They've had a few. I
Who's
believe.
been out? Who's been playing? Who's been playing defence?
It was Diego Carlos and
Pau Torres.
They-
yeah,
they've
Pau.
really struggled,
Both have
I
looked
think.
bad.
I think Villa have had too many games. They've had injuries, and I just think they've not kicked into the same gear yet as they did before.
No.
I think Thielund has been starting in midfield, which is a big difference for them because obviously he was a bench player last season. It sort of shows they might be a bit weaker, I think, at the moment. But I don't know. I think they'll hit the ground eventually. Watkins hasn't scored as many as he did before.
They're missing Onana in midfield and Kamara,
Oh,
both
yeah,
your
100%.
DMs. You're having to play Barkley as a DM, which I don't think
He
works
scored.
very well. He did score, but again, defensively, not
No,
solid.
no.
Matson's now starting to play, which is better, but Beauregard is being relied on at right back. Matty Cash is around.
I mean,
Play
Villa
more.
have only had one clean sheet all season, which for a defence of that standard, you'd expect a lot more.
Yeah, I think they just need to shake up. I don't think it's anything to be too worried about for Villa fans, but I just think they need to have a shake up, get some players back from injury, Onana, and then just be a bit more careful with who you're playing in midfield.
Yeah, I just think
and defence.
with Villa again, they're only 3 points off of the top 4 at the moment, so it's not that big of a crisis.
For them, I'd consider take McGinn out, put Morgan back on the left, and then play a 4-4-2 and put Duran on with Watkins.
But how many
Maybe.
teams
No,
ever play with
I
not
don't
many?
think either of
Who
those
cares
strikers.
if other teams other teams do?
Neither of those
do what works for
strikers
you.
work as a
you not
striking partnership. They both rely on being on their own, I think.
Do you think? I don't agree. I think you have Duran, who's pacey and aggressive, and is going to press the back line, and Watkins, who is not only a good goal scorer but also quite creative with the ball and is able to hold it up and play people into games.
Yeah, I think they like
with Morgan playing and then Bailey on the other side, players running onto it, and then you have Duran being physical as well in there. I think that works quite well personally.
Yeah, I think they like McGinn for his defensive work. I mean, Everton drew 0-0 at home to Brentford. Brentford getting a red card in the first half.
It's been overturned though.
Yeah.
Shock horror when they're playing us next.
Yeah, it's been a. That's quite unfortunate, really, for Everton to drop points at home against a side down to 10 men for over.
But 6 points
1.5.
from Pickford though, which is nice.
Yeah, exactly.
It
And
was
then
a big win for Wolves.
the final game.
We don't talk about that game.
Wolves 4.
We don't talk about
Fulham 1 away from home. Back-to-back wins for Gary O'Neill. Massively needed that. Mateus Cunha, brilliant.
Such a player, so good that I thought he was warranted a place in my squad. on the bench.
No.
No, he was. I mean, that second goal that he scored was absolutely incredible.
He's
way too good for that team.
I just think Wolves will probably kick on now because I mean Fulham have had a really good start to the season, and I think that's a big win for them. It's away from home as well. It's a big 3 points.
Yeah.
I mean, scoring 4 goals in any game is impressive, no matter who you're playing.
Yeah. 100%. Right.
Guedes is second for the Premier League goal since he signed.
Yeah, it's only
his second goal.
It's only Guedes' second goal. And
Mate,
it was a
I
decent
don't
goal
understand
as well.
what you're saying. I'm not gonna lie.
You're the only one who doesn't understand.
Yeah, but you gotta work for everybody, mate. I'm blind to that.
But anyway, let's get into FPL.
Let's not.
Ubaid, can you start with your 32 points this week?
Wait, what? I didn't lose.
Oh my god, that's awful. Is that better than Jamie?
That
Surely
is
Jamie-
one better than Jamie.
He beat you by 1 point.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah,
for
well-
you. I'm sorry.
I don't play it either.
No, I know you haven't. Yeah.
Out of the podcast slot, Kian got the lowest with 29. So
What?
yeah, a rough
You
week.
should leave for
A
that.
rough week
That's
for
a
him.
sackable offence.
Yet again, he is above all, but I am catching up. We're not far away now.
And I'm not far off you either, actually.
Right, do you want to talk for your team?
Okay,
Who
so
came? Oh no, go on. After you.
okay, so I had Pope in goal, 2 points. Livramento 1 point because of course I lost to West Ham somehow. Dallo had 2. Ole Aina sadly had 0. Hudson-Odoi had 2. Morgan Rogers had 2. Palmer, who were triple captains. I was so close.
Full captain.
But
3
Madweke,
points, yeah.
Criminal.
Noni, I don't know why I did that. So he had 6 points. Smith Rowe had 1. Salah had 13. Hojlund had 2. Who I'm actually so tempted to take him out.
Oh,
now.
I'm as well.
But I feel like the moment I do it, he's
He's
gonna
going to score.
Yeah.
Oh, I might take him out for Salah though, because I've not got Salah, and Salah's firing, so you know I might as well put him in.
When we talk about mine, I have
Funny
to
enough,
play like
Chris
that.
Wood, who as soon as I put him in, he's done nothing.
Yeah.
1 point.
That's Forest.
I had
for you.
Trent
Don't
on the
rely
bench, by the
don't
way.
rely on
I don't know
Forest.
what he had
Who's on the
0
bench?
anyway. Trent.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
He's
did
Yeah.
Wood not even start?
Oh yeah, he's injured. So I was going to say.
No, Wood was on the bench.
But I thought I took Trent out my team.
So
I did not take Trent out of my team.
Hang on. Why did you? If you knew he wasn't going to start, why did you play him in your
I
team?
think I made changes, but I didn't save them.
Oh.
Oh,
That's
do you know? Right,
that's unfortunate.
I'm gonna start with my
You're
team.
going to go next.
I'm not gonna tell you the score straight away. I'm gonna tell you my first couple of players. So I got Fleckham with 9 points.
Good
Then I had
start.
Pedro Porro with 14 points.
23 already.
Then I had Guardiola with 0 points.
Oh.
Anderson with 0 points.
Oh.
Eze with 0 points. Smith Rowe with 1 point. And Mbeumo with 3 points. Captain Palmer with 4 points.
Got downhill fast.
Wood with 1 point. Haaland with 2 points. And Welbeck with 2 points. And all my bench got 0.
So how many did you get?
36.
Oh my word.
I had 23 points across 2 players
Wow.
and ended up with 36 points.
That
It's
is
criminal.
poor.
What's actually
Sorry.
bad?
Who came first? Who came second or first out of us two?
You came second.
Okay, well, I'll talk.
Can I
Does
just
anybody-
ask, what's a good
yeah.
score to get?
So
Above the
I
average per
thought
week.
I was going to be in the
What
same
was the
position as
average?
you, but luckily you lot came and saved my bacon. Pickford 6 points. I'm quite happy with that goalkeeper selection. I thought that was quite good. I brought Virgil van Dijk in. Do you know who for?
Who?
Pedro Porro.
Oh no!
So he got 1 point.
God, you had a stinker.
He had a stinker. He had had a stinker for weeks, and I thought, okay, fine, I'm finally done with him.
Yeah.
Robinson got me no points because Fulham had just shat themselves.
Yeah.
They were sick all over the floor. Ian. Dallo got me 2 points, respectable. Fine. Smith Rowe got me a point again. Last couple of weeks he's been pretty good, but this week he's just shat it. Bowen scored, so got an assist. Sorry, so he got me 7 points. Salah, thank God, scored 2 goals. I captained him. He got me 26 points.
Yeah.
Saved my week. Palmer got me 2 points. Marcus Rashford got me 8 points. So very happy with that. Very happy I kept him
Oh,
in.
so you captain this week.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
you didn't
no,
captain
you
him
captained him
this
this
time.
week. But I wouldn't have, unless if Salah hadn't scored, it would have been my choice to captain would have been
Yeah.
him, and it would have been fine. Watkins got me 7 points,
Mhm.
and I kept Delap in my team because I thought we might shit the bed, but it wasn't him who scored. Do you know who I kept him out of the team for? Matthias Cunha with
of course you
13
did.
points on my bench. Ain't Nuri with 2 points on my bench. Pope with 2 points on my bench, and Olorano obviously shat it
Well,
as well.
in
but
fact, Mateus Cunha actually got 3 bonus points, so he got 16.
You shouldn't have told him that.
Right.
The pain.
Yeah.
The pain.
Moving on to my team. David Raya got me 6. I brought in Luca Dean this week. He didn't start for the first time this season, so that's a great start. He got 1. Ashley Young, luckily enough, came in for the injured Lisandro Martinez, so he got me 9 points. Which was lucky. Virgil van Dijk got me 1, Garnacho 2, Mbuemo 3, Semenyo 1, and he's now suspended because he's picked up his 5th yellow card. Mohamed Salah was my captain with 26. Jimenez and Haaland got 2, and then Cunha got me 16. So I ended the week on 69 points.
Perfect.
Wow.
So at the moment, Kian is ahead of me by 6 points in 11th. I'm in 14th.
Funnily enough.
And then, where are you, Henry?
I'm 22nd.
You're 22nd, and you're on 680, so you're 37 behind.
What did Tom get this week?
Kian. Tom, what did you get this week? 45.
Where am
So
I?
just below the average this week. Where are you, Ubaid? You are.
I'm very low.
If I could find.
Does anyone else got any scores they want to share?
Tom's on 30.
How did you get on?
38th.
51. That's respectable. I like that from you.
And then,
who else is around there?
Where are you, Ubaid?
That's just Tom's legs.
You on the second page?
Producer Reese, did you play fantasy? 71.
71. Oh,
So
Reece
Oh
won.
wow!
Let
71
me see if I can
points.
find you in the table. Hang on.
Are you in the league, Reese?
Yeah, I think like 25th or something.
Hang on, bear with me. Yep, Reese found
Oh,
you.
you are. There you are.
Let's see his team for the week.
It's Salah, Pickford, Saka, Bowen, and João Pedro as well.
Pedro, yeah.
João Pedro.
What a team, to be fair. It's a great team.
You're relying on 3 or 4 specific players, but that's all you need to do,
Yeah.
and then you get plenty of points.
Yeah. And he's, interestingly enough, not got Haaland in there.
No.
I think it might be the way to go.
Clever guy.
Wow.
Have you had any City players in this year?
I have Rico Lewis on the bench.
Yeah, okay. Because I am 22nd with no City players used.
Yeah.
Not a single one.
He's catching up though.
Just
Yeah, I think it will definitely need to be a week of transfers for me.
Yes, and it will be interesting to see who everyone captains, of course, because Salah and Haaland are playing against each other.
Oh crap!
I'm bringing in Salah for that.
And,
Guess who it's gonna be?
And Cole Palmer.
It'll be Marcus Rashford.
Cole Palmer is at home to Aston Villa as well,
Yeah, I
which
think
isn't
that
the
might be
easiest
my
game.
captain, though.
But
I might make some changes though, because Palmer's playing Villa,
yeah,
Bowen's playing Arsenal, Smith Rowe's playing Tottenham. This team
got
needs
some
changes.
tough games. It's a tough game.
Have I got my wild card left?
If you've not used it, then yeah. Have you used it?
Because there's the one. Hang on.
You've played it.
No. But there's wildcard is the one where you can make as many changes as you want. What's the one where you can have it just for one game week?
Free hit.
Have I got my free hit left? Hang on. Let me. I'm just gonna try something. Give me 1
Right.
second.
Yeah, because the free hit's quite interesting, really. Usually people save that for when there's only like 4 or 5 games.
Well, yeah, because then you're not making wholesale changes, but you're making it for one game week to
Well,
give you
yeah.
a final boost.
Yeah, exactly.
I do have my free hit, so I
You've got
might
your free
use
hit.
that for this week actually, because obviously this is the week where the majority of my best players are
Yeah.
not having a good week at all.
Yeah. I mean, I'm stuck between Mbuemo and Salah for captain at the moment. I don't know who to go for because obviously they've got you guys at home.
Oh yeah, go for Bowen then.
Yeah,
100%.
I think so. But that is where I am going to end this one. Thank you ever so much for watching this video on the Blue Podcast Network. This is the Gold Show episode number 13. Next week we'll be back with more Premier League football, and we have a big one: Liverpool versus Manchester City. We'll see you then.